Welcome to another edition of Doorway to the Paintings. This painting I really love. It's just like a dream. It's just, to me, like an ideal night dream, a vision of a night dream. Really like this. Like you're dreaming, sometimes when you dream about things that take place during the day. Sometimes you dream about stuff that takes place during the night. This is obviously during the night. Not only like if you're sleeping during the night, but I mean, in the dream, it's nighttime. I love this. Just the kind of place that I would like to walk in a dream. Just as long as I knew it was a dream and that there was nothing around the corner waiting to get me. I really like the mist, the buildings in the background. Really like the fog. The way the trees are and the way the fog is mixed in with the trees. It's one of my favorites. I think I painted this maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, I think. And it could have been 4 years ago, possibly. But it's one of my favorites. I love the buildings in the background and the structures. You can see the like ancient pillars and columns. I love the shadows coming from the trees. Really like it. It's a very, to me, it is scary, but I think there's also a peaceful aspect to it. I actually get a lot of comfort and peace when I look at this painting. It looks enchanting, mysterious, beautiful. I think it really captivates my mind and it stimulates my imagination. Makes me think about dreams, and I can almost smell the air, just this, like the spring air, like if it was during the spring. Well, let's take a look at it from another view. Yeah, the main thing I thought about was a dream when I did this painting. I love the grass. You can walk right down in there. I love the shadowing. I'm really in love with this tree and how the mist and the fog looks behind it. Just like, this is really what I like. I really like this dark tree, and the contrast is made between it and the background. I love it, really do. Got the vines hanging down. To me, it's a very beautiful, peaceful painting. Yes, I can understand people saying scary, but I just have such a sense of peace and beauty when I see this. Got the stars at night, that mist kind of engulfing the trees in a way. It's not surrounding it much, but it's coming in. And it's going down here into this, maybe a little valley, or might have come down from a hill, coming down into this pleasant little area. But yeah, it's enchanting, creepy, but it has a real beauty about it, I think. And this is one of the paintings that there might be a little impressionism in here, but I wanted it to look mostly real, but also put my style on it with the typical structures and the columns, the dark trees with kind of fog in the background. That's kind of my bread and butter, to show the contrast. Gosh, I love how the leaves and the vines are coming down from the branches of the tree. There's leaves throughout and all over the trunk, all over the tree. I'll come back and zoom out a little bit so the whole painting could be seen. Wonderful painting to look at late at night when you're up, maybe you're tired. This puts me in a mood to sleep. I don't know about you guys, but really puts me in the mood to sleep. an enchanting painting, maybe one to dream about. And on the creepy side of things, I can imagine like someone could walk down in to here, and then maybe there's a wolf, a werewolf, or the undead, or like a phantom or some kind of a creature in the background waiting, stalking. You never know. Could be vampires or werewolves. Maybe a mummy in a crypt. Maybe there's a crypt way back here. Who knows? But I kind of like to just think of it as a dream and an enchanted land. Really beautiful place to walk in a dream at night. The shadows. I love that. As far as inspirations for this painting goes, again, the mist, the fog, like in Nightmare on Elm Street, when Heather Langenkamp, that was such a beautiful scene where she was walking down her neighborhood at night, and you had trees similar to this, and with a little fog. There wasn't as much fog as there is here in this painting, but that was a heavy inspiration on this, and from Nightmare 1, where there's fog and there's mist around the trees. Just loved it. I thought it was a beautiful neighborhood, and I thought the trees were really beautiful, and then the mist, really all of that together. And with that music, you know, do 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 do. Wish I could use that music for my paintings, but probably have to get permission. But anyway, that's a beautiful song and beautiful music. Scary too, fit the movie, but just everything flowed together really well. And yeah, it's really an influence on me. Really an influence. And as far as the columns and the pillars in the background, for all those who haven't really watched my videos before, I always talk about how I like those ancient Greek and Roman columns and structures. And I have these buildings in the background. They're kind of old and worn, but I like them that way. I think it adds more mystery and makes more of an interesting painting. Yeah, I used this painting in another video. It was a video about a dream, basically. It was called Doorway to the Paintings, Doorway to My Dreams, and this is one of the paintings I used to kind of create a dreamscape, or a video about dreaming in a way. You can watch the video on my channel. And it's the music was great. I think that I'd have to go back and check, but I think the music was from Beethoven. It might have been Moonlight Sonata, I think. I'd have to check again, but it was one of those free music you can use on YouTube without getting permission. But on the video, I still put the artist and the name of the song. And I think it was Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, if I remember right, if memory serves me right. Good video. I was happy with that. And it fits so well. The music fits so well with the paintings that I used. This is just one of the paintings that I used. And I think it appears for a few seconds in that video. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It's really a fun video. It's just music with the paintings. It's like a dream. I really was inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street and then Halloween, because I like the neighborhoods in those movies. I thought the neighborhoods were really interesting looking, and there's a beauty about them. Yes, it was creepy. It was scary. They were classics, two of my favorite movies of all time. But the neighborhoods were really beautiful. And just to show you the detail on the grass, Have the stone here with its own shadow. Got the, I like these bushes, and I like how the fog shows up behind the bushes. There's a lot to this painting. Then you got more structures back here. You got some columns or some structures that fell down. And what's in here? Maybe a banshee looking out, or maybe a version of Michael Myers looking out, or maybe Gromus and his big hand comes out, or Nosferatu, the vampire. In the older one, Nosferatu, Count Orlok maybe staring at us. I can picture Count Orlok in there just looking at us, staring. As you look, it's almost like you can make out a head just using your imagination. He's watching. This is kind of like Roman, you know how some of the Roman structures had like an eagle on top or a bird? Could be Greek, obviously Greek too, ancient Rome or Greece. Got these columns, these pillars. I just love those. Then of course the stars in the background. Can smell that spring air. The fog coming in. Oh yeah, and this, some bushes around this column. And then again, there's a lot to this painting. And I always use my imagination. What's beyond the pillars? What's really back there, far away? That's another question to ask. Get another full view again. Just love this, all the trees, but I really like the tree, the contrast with the fog. There's a lot of stories that a person could be inspired to create just by looking at this painting. Maybe Freddy come around the corner. He could be there, or a werewolf like American Werewolf in London. We better stay off the moors and get back on the road. Better listen to Jack and David. Played great by David Knofton and Griffin Dunn. David and Jack. Great. Another good movie that inspired me. American Werewolf in London. It was a great movie. And this is one of my favorite paintings. Hope you enjoyed looking at it with me, and the plan is to be back soon with another video. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. And hope to be back with you soon when it's late, when the night is crisp and cool. Take care, everybody. Have pleasant dreams.